Hey, I just wanted to pop on and just kind of elaborate because I definitely posted me in the middle of a meltdown. Um, Before I was paralyzed, I used substances regularly. I snorted pills and I drank regularly. Those are the two things. I've talked about it before. Also gave my body away, also smoked cigarettes. After I got paralyzed and I got out of the hospital, I switched cigarettes for weed and I continued to drink for a little bit, and then I kind of dabbled in cocaine for a little while, and I did some drugs, and then probably about like 3-4 years in, I went away from everything except for psilocybin and cannabis. The only time I've ever quit smoking is whenever I was trying out for the U.S. team for the wheelchair curling, when I was on the wheelchair curling team. So that's the only time I was ever THC free, cannabis free, and or just THC free, because I'm still using CBD. I want to preface with that. Like, I'm using a full spectrum CBD right now, but it has 0 THC in it. So this is my first time being THC free. And man, the emotional roller coaster has been no joke. I'm feeling everything. And I think the big realization that I've had is I've been getting high, smoking weed to numb my feelings to my life. I am unhappy with my living situation. I am not wholeheartedly happy with my relationship. It's just not where I want it to be at the moment. I'm not happy with where my business is, right? I'm just not happy in these areas of my life. And it's not that they're going bad or anything. Like, I'm about to launch this new coaching program. It's called Freedom Fam. I'm so excited. It's a community program where we come together. There's 2 calls a week. On Thursdays will be like a Q&A. You email your questions if you don't want to ask it in the group, but it's really just bringing community together. So I just recently quit smoking, and I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm just feeling everything. And things I don't talk about a lot is I have a brain injury. And so processing my emotions has been a lot more intense than it had been. And so when I would start feeling overwhelmed, the thing I would do would be go take a bong rip. And because I quit smoking, that's not the option. So I'm forced to sit in it. And so now I'm getting emotional, and I just wanted to be raw and real and share with you guys that I'm not perfect. I'm not okay all the time. And life isn't all rainbows and unicorns, just like my podcast title. There's a reason my podcast is named Rainbows and Unicorns, because it's just not realistic to have life that way. And I had been suppressing so much with substances for so long in my life. I can't say that I'm forever going to be off THC, that I'm forever going to quit smoking, but I am quitting for right now until I'm able to actually manage my emotions. I'm not going to go to a therapist. I'm not going to go to AA. I'm going to get through it. I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm fine being paralyzed. But this morning I realized, holy shit, I've never addressed being paralyzed. I've never addressed my emotions around being paralyzed. I just smoke away all of my emotions and just execute. That's all I've done for the last few years. And I think that THC, cannabis, is not a bad thing, y'all. It's not bad, but I was using it to numb myself from life, and that is not okay. I also recognize that I am an addict. I have a very addictive personality. I get addicted to things and people. If it's not substance, it's typically food and coffee and caffeine and men, and like, those are the addictions I've had in my life, is pills, men, drugs, weed, coffee, like food. Everything, man, everything I have been addicted to, and I've gone all or nothing. And I realized that I was smoking so much throughout the day to numb myself to everything that I was never addressing anything. And it's stopping me from getting to where I want to be. And so because I was allowing this to stop me and it was becoming more of a crutch than a help, I made the decision to stop. It actually started with my business partner. My business partner had said he wanted to quit smoking, and I had talked to my roommate about it previously, and I never wanted to do it. I never fell through with it. And so that's why I have an accountability partner now. And again, weed is not bad. I don't think that cannabis is bad. THC is not bad, but the way that I was using it was not productive to where I want to go in life. If I'm using something to numb myself from feeling anything, if I'm using something to numb myself of my reality, then it is a negative in my life. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I am saying that it is not working in my life for where I want to go, and that's okay. I've had more clarity in the last week of me being clear-headed and chaotic, but I've also felt more than I have in years. And so because I'm feeling so much, coupled with my brain injury and my struggle to manage emotion, I had a full meltdown. And I decided to push record as I'm in the middle of a panic attack, because I'm like, you know what? People think that life is so easy. People think that I've got it all figured out, and I don't. But I do have tools and steps that have helped me through it, which is why I'm launching the community coaching program, because I don't have I have one-on-one space left. I don't have the capacity to take on any more one-on-one clients, but I keep getting requests for coaching. And so I'm like, why not create a community where we can all come together and grow together? So it's $24.75 a month. I'm very excited. I've been working on this for the last month, and it's finally coming together. It's going to launch in 2 weeks. And part of my sobriety is to really make sure that you guys are getting the very best of me when I'm delivering how to find the very best in you. How could I deliver to help you get your very best if I'm not at my very best, right? So I think it's really important that I'm just raw, real, and honest. I am okay. I was on my way to my facility this morning. The guys and I were recording a podcast for the facilities podcast that's launching in July. And we were talking about our story and how we all came together and how they came up with the idea and then brought me on later. And I used the modalities, so I was able to calm myself down. And I was okay. And then I went and volunteered at the hospital, which took me right back out of it. So I went and served others to bring myself out of my selfish mindset. And I think that's just so important to understand, of like, when you serve others, it really helps you be able to grow deeper within yourself and grow to a different point. But this was the first time in a long time I've just been completely sober. Not using any substance, and I do feel good. I'm just full of anxiety, and I had a panic attack for a moment, and I decided to share it with the internet. So thank you to everyone who's reached out. I just didn't realize I had so many people that cared either. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I am okay. 100% I am okay. Like I said, I did the things that make me feel good, and I'm actually going to continue working, and working on this coaching program and this community, because it's not really a coaching program as much as it is a community where we can all go together and grow together. I'm really, really excited for the Freedom Fam to drop, and I hope that you guys are just as excited for it to drop, because it's really going to help so many of us. For the person, I saw somebody ask where they could find my podcast. My podcast is called Rainbows and Unicorns, and it's available on all podcast streaming platforms. It's been out for about 6 months, haven't been consistent. Starting in July, it's actually going to get a little revamp. So just look out for that. July 1st, it's like a season 2 revamp, I guess, and we're just going to be dropping a bunch of stuff. So look out for that. I'm very, very excited. The Freedom Fam is going to also be very lit. If you haven't heard, I do have a private Facebook community called Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness. Please come join our community. That's where I'm going to be talking more and more about this. But again, thank you everyone for your support. Thank you for everyone who reached out, the texts, the calls, the messages on here. I really appreciate the love, and I definitely don't feel alone. So thank you for that. And thank you for supporting me on this sobriety journey, however long it lasts. I'm excited to have a clear head and not have to rely on something to make me feel good, and for me to just feel good with me. And I hope to give you guys that same power. That's my ultimate goal, because it feels good when you can feel good with just you and when you're your favorite person. Like, I legitimately can say I'm my favorite person in the entire world, and it's not in a narcissistic thing. I really love who I am. I love my heart. I love my soul, and I just want other people to be able to love themselves that much, because we spend so much time giving ourselves to others that we forget to love us. And so that's what I got. All right. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. I'll see you guys soon.